Stereoscopic videos allow us to introduce 3D depth into our videos, so let's learn how to do it. For this tutorial, I'm actually going to be using the free VR template that I've provided in the description below, but if you have your own project, you should be able to follow along just as easily. And I'll be honest, I should have probably added this in my last video, but I did not have a stereoscopic video at the time. But luckily for us, a Patreon subscriber has provided me one, so I'm going to go over how to do this. So kicking things off, I'm going to just duplicate my blank scene, and I am going to name this stereoscopic video scene, or just stereoscopic. Now, in order to get a stereoscopic video to work, or any video work in 360, it's just like before. We first need a video player, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one. And with that video player, we need the video clip, and then we need the render texture. So to do that, I'm going to go over to Assets. Let's see, let's start off. Let's get a render texture going. We have our render texture. Now we need to make sure the size is the same as our video. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the source info on this one. And it looks like it's 2304 by 2304, which seems oddly specific. And I'm going to explain that in a moment. The reason it is at 2304 is because that seems to be a limitation that I couldn't figure out how to overcome. So thanks to our Patreon subscriber, Tom, I really appreciate you sending in these videos. They actually sent me in a video with way higher resolution. Let me import it and show you what was going on here. See, I was getting this error, and if we look into it a little more, it says the limitation is 4096 and 2304. And I just couldn't find a way to overcome this. So if there's anyone in the comments who can show me how to overcome this limitation, please let me know so I can pin the comment and let everyone else know. But since I couldn't overcome this limitation, I actually had to reduce the size of the clip down to this 2304 limitation. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this video. And yeah, after that, it is just like in my previous videos on how to get things to work. If we go over to Window and Lighting, first we need to make sure we render something to the skybox. We need to replace a skybox up there. So Window, Rendering, Lighting. And then we go to Environment. And so we need a new material here. And we can do that by going to Create, Material. And once I've selected that, I can go over to the inspector and then change the shader to be a skybox panoramic. But things change a little bit here. So it's asking for a texture, which we're going to provide it with this render texture. But if you look here, this video, so there's two different formats. It can be either left and right or top and bottom. And what they've provided for me is a top and bottom view. And so if we come over to the skybox, it actually gives us a few options here. So I did skybox panoramic, 360 degrees, and then we either have side by side or over and under. So since it was a top and bottom, it's over and under. That makes sense. And that is ready to go for our skybox. The last thing we need to do is go over to our lightings and slap this here. And then finally, we go over to our video player, go back to the inspector, and we put in our clip. And then we put in our render texture. I do have this set to play on awake, so it'll play as soon as we press play. Last but not least, I'm going to hide this plane and start up the scene to see what we have. All right, and as you can see, I'm in it, and you might not be able to see since you're on a 2D screen, but to me, some of these objects kind of pop out a little bit. It looks like they're three-dimensional. I will mention I tried to keep the resolution high by, Tom gave me two different videos so I could render two different textures and stuff, and I just couldn't quite get it to work. Yeah, that was just a quick little tutorial I want to show you guys how to make a stereoscopic video work. Tom, thank you for supplying the video, and I'm sorry I couldn't get the resolution higher. Hopefully someone in the comments can help us out. Happy holidays, everyone, and I'm really excited to show you what I have in 2024, and thank you again, always, to my Patreon subscribers. Without you, I can't do this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.